Well, thanks so much for staying with us and allowing us to serve you in this capacity to bring you the freshest weather information, of course, traffic information here throughout our area, eastern Pennsylvania, western New Jersey. Appreciate you allowing us to do that. We want to make sure that all of us kind of get through this important holiday season and Christmas season, you know, and safe, and certainly don't want anyone to have any accidents. I know there have been a good amount, and I want to be able to, first, before we get to JC with traffic, be able to show you that all the counties in our area, Berks, Montgomery, Bucks, Hunterdon, on north. Winter storm warning remains in effect through the late night hours. Chester, Mercer, you've got the winter weather advisory, and really for good reason. I want to be able to kind of, first of all, show you temperatures. This is critical. Northern tier counties well below the freezing mark, and obviously that's kind of easy to see that temperature to travel would just be clearly treacherous there. A good part of the Berks-Lehigh Valley area looks like they're just at or just below the freezing mark, and there we're seeing, you know, clearly temperatures, a lot of things are frozen. Now, I really need to let you know that even when the precipitation shuts off and the back edge of this is racing across the state, so I'm thinking sometime in the early evening hours, this is going to be moving away pretty rapidly. Still could be a bit of lingering frozen precipitation, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But even Philadelphia, you guys have dropped back 2 degrees. So clearly, even in those areas, from Trenton, Philly, back towards downtown Reading, that seems to be kind of an area where you're just above the freezing mark, but north of that line, all bets off, and we are seeing some very slippery travel. I'll show you the latest Doppler, lots more information in just a bit, but let's go to the traffic center. JC's been monitoring all the roadways, got all those great PennDOT traffic cams. JC, what do you got?
Well, Ed, we've got several different accidents across the region on our secondaries and on our majors. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to take you out here to the roads for our PennDOT cameras. Now, our earlier accidents on the accident 33 that had 33 shut down north of Wind Gap, that's been cleared. Thank goodness that's been cleared, and traffic has moving. That backlog back to Belfast is dissipating. However, we're just getting reports of an accident on 33 near the Stockertown interchange. It's on the southbound side of the road. Apparently, a truck veered across the median onto the opposite side and struck a car. So some slick conditions are still being reported out that way, moving very slowly on 22. We have some accidents, fender benders, disabled vehicles on 22 between 4th Street here and between the Route 33 interchange all the way, you know, so 25th Street right there in the middle, about 3 or 4 different incidents in that, but they are clearing because we're seeing what's happening there, as Ed mentioned, a little bit of rain mixed in the area, and PennDOT getting out there and getting some of those highways cleared. It came in so fast and furious, it was really tough for them to get on top of it, but I'm sure we'll get some updates from Ron Young a little bit later as to what's happening and what we can look forward to for later on. Our incident here, I'm going to stop the camera right there. Remember, the last time we spoke, this was backlogged all the way past the 2278 merge due to that earlier accident. Now what's happening is that backlog has dissipated, and it's all moving fine as you make your way into Berks County with no reported problems right now. The only accident that we do have in Berks County, I'm going to pull that up on my screen, it's in Perry Township at Moselle Spring Road, Route 662 and Ontalani Trail. A couple fender benders on our locals and side roads, 512, 191. We're seeing some spin-outs. We had an overturned vehicle earlier in Plainfield Township, and that has been cleared. Pardon me, a 191 looking okay just north of 22. We're seeing some heavier volumes now as we build up on Route 512 north of 22 by the industrial park, as some of the work and offices, the industrial park, the folks get out of work. Just allow plenty of caution and time for your travels. Now, across our northern region, 209, I-80, 715, 115, very busy conditions, very slow goes. They're still seeing a lot of precipitation up over that way. The roads are slick. In fact, we have 2 tractor trailers that are disabled just off of I-80 on Route 33. So just on 33, just south of I-80 in that little hill section there at where it meets up before 209. So be very careful as you make your way through the area. New Jersey seeing its share of volumes too on 31, 57, and 519 with some slick conditions. So please, if you need to head out, use plenty of caution and time for your travels. And in fact, you're encouraged to avoid any unnecessary travel if at all possible. Be careful, drive safely if you need to head out. I'm J.C. Kelleher in the 69 News Traffic Center. We'll take you back to Ed, and he'll tell you what to look forward to for the rest of the evening. Ed?
Thanks so much, J.C. And we'll hear from J.C. again at 4 o'clock, give you a quick update on traffic before we get into 69 News starting at 5 o'clock. So be sure, a lot of news, a lot of things going on that you'll want to hear about, not just here in our area, of course, locally throughout eastern Pennsylvania, western New Jersey, but, of course, nationally and the world at large as well. As far as our temperatures, once again, Trenton did drop back at a degree. Philly's dropped back 2. Reading, 34 degrees north of that line. All temperatures at or below freezing. Take a look at the Doppler radar here, and you'll be able to see this storm just really on target with seeing rain to the south from Philadelphia, ice in the middle, then snow to the north. But even those areas that are seeing snow, at least showing up in the Doppler radar, even seeing some sleet mixing in there from time to time. And this pink band really should be more extended right on through, and it's not really accurately reflecting a pretty good band of ice. I know a good part of the Berks-Lehigh Valley and northern Berks-Lehigh Valley area started with some snow. Some of you got 2-3 inches of snow, went over to ice, and that's kind of packed things down, and then we just kind of got really slush out there. In fact, don't think we have this next radar. There we go. Here's the one I wanted to be able to show you. There's a nut from Philly on south. We don't expect anything more. You've had rain. We told you to see some rain. Looks like that's going to be the case. However, as temperatures get close to that freezing mark, even in Philly, just got to use some caution there. North of Philly, coating to an inch. It's just slush, but generally talking about freezing rain, a little bit of sleet mixing in. Still, again, going to be seeing slippery travel there as temperatures drop to freezing, even a few degrees below. Berks, northern Berks, Lehigh Valley, a band of 2 to 4, had some snow, went over to sleet, freezing rain most of the afternoon, and that's how we're going to taper off. Maybe just as some sleet, maybe as a little bit of snow by the time it tapers off. 3 to 6 northern tier counties have already seen some places that have already gotten to your 6, a few places a little bit more than that, but 6 to 12, obviously, you can see for the far northern counties, and that's up into the northern Poconos. So what we got for your night tonight, and I just want to encourage you to use caution. Wintry mix, what you've got, much of that will continue on, but the departing edge is racing across the state already in the middle part of the state, and it looks as though it could be as early as, 6, 7, 8 o'clock this evening. We expect this to kind of move out. Still could be some lingering light precipitation that's, again, with temperatures dropping back into the upper 20s. Anything that's wet out there, and there's a lot, is going to freeze. So please use a lot of caution there. We've got a couple more storms we're going to have to contend with. We'll tell you more about that on 69 News starting at 5 o'clock. In the meantime, please use extreme caution. Steady precipitation will continue here for another couple of hours, but I suspect as we get into the early evening hours, I think between 6 and 9 o'clock, we're going to see this storm pull away from west to east. So for you guys in the west, it'll end earlier. Another update at 4 o'clock, and of course, I hope you join us at 5 for the 69 News. Great source, great way to get caught up with everything that's happening here in our area. We'll see you then. Have a great